Hey guys, Colin here. So this time we're gonna be bringing you an abandoned floor. It's not an especially fast time. It's one I just finished up with a couple friends off my friends list that I like to dunge with. And then one person had to leave, so we ended up grabbing a random person off Road 77. He was only about 80 dungeoneering, as you can see. One of my friends was complaining about that, but I thought I'd give him a shot because he was just trying to get some XP, and we're not here to hate on people. On that fact, I've dunged with people who are 110 dungeoneering, and they're some of the worst people I've ever dunged with, and yet you can have someone who's level 75 and still end up doing a sub 20 floor or a sub 15 floor. This floor here actually ends up being the fastest floor I've ever keyed. It's not an especially good one because we don't get the full 13%, which is unfortunate, but in this case there's nothing we can do. It just again speaks to the benefits of being a max player. This is the interesting part right here when I can't pick up the gate stone for some reason. Anyways, so hopefully this time there won't be the gray bars on the side. I'm not sure if there will be or not because I'm just watching this in Camtasia right now. But hopefully we got that fixed. Instead of, I prefer to play with it more boxy instead of widescreen. So for example, my inventory and my party interface will be stacked up on top of the tools in the friends list, if that makes sense. I like to play with a little more compressed. So this is like about the second floor I've done with it, a full screen. Well, I use resizable, but the entire length of the screen. So it's a little bit tricky to get used to, but I'm sure it's probably better to use. Right here, I've decided I'm going to gate this door. So instead of running back to where my team is, I drop the gate stone halfway and then gate it until they back, which really doesn't save that much time, but if every person does it 4 or 5 times a floor, it can end up saving a lot of time. At the end of the floor, I gate the end ladder, and then one of the people is, instead of just teleporting to the gate stone, they run across the entire boss room, and that was just a little frustrating. So now I see it's a guardian door, but it's a clear one, so I'll just let him go run his path. So as for this channel, this is the second video I'm going to upload today. Well, the third video if you count the quality test. I don't expect these to be amazing floors. These are just two of the okay ones that I ended up finding. The content will get progressively better, and that's the point. It's not supposed to be, hey, look at me, I'm an 120 dungeoneer person who can do 7-minute floors. I'm not there yet. I know I'm not there yet, and I'm trying to get there. And this is just one of the steps on the way, so I figured I'd PM a couple people and say, hey, let's set a goal here and try to get a sub 15-minute floor. This wasn't our first attempt. This is our second attempt. I think this is floor 31, which should make sense. I just reset my prestige, so I have a whole bunch of empty floors. I'm just showing off who was in there. Slash is a really good dungeoneer if you ever run into him. Yeah, so another thing I want to talk about was just because people aren't high level doesn't mean they're bad. Like, we're only level 100 or so, and we can still do a pretty quick floor. And what really did us over in this one was we couldn't get the full 13% because there was a few doors that you needed to be, I guess, 95 agility or whatever to be able to plot up to it. And even if we did, we wouldn't really want to plot up to it. But if we were going for the full 13%, we could. But that wasn't an option because we don't have it. Again, misclicks. It doesn't seem that big of a deal when you're it doesn't seem like a big deal when you're actually doing the floor. When you're sitting back and watching it over, trying to figure out what you did wrong, it's pretty clear. Like, I didn't have to lose 4 clicks trying to get to the other side of the barrel. I lucked out actually because he saw me about to do it. It's nice. It's nice to do it with 2 people. You can solo it pretty easily, but it is beneficial. At the end of the door, one little trick that not a lot of, well, I guess some people know, but you don't have to push the barrel onto the pressure pad. I don't know why JX would do that. When it's full, you're supposed to put it on the pressure pad, but you don't have to. I have no idea why they would do that. So here I end my path, so I teleport, take a look at the map, see what's going on. I realize I'm in the middle of nowhere, and there's a whole bunch of doors near the home teleport. One of my teammates fortunately said there's a GD to the east of where I just teleported in, so I go and help out Forbidden. One thing I'm wondering now is, I wonder why I was using Wrath. I almost full HP and not getting attacked, yet I was draining my prayer way more than I needed to. It's bizarre. I don't know why I would have done that. It's something I need to work on for sure. Just use of prayer, because I wasn't really thinking about prayer. I was trying to get this done as quick as possible. And I remember that I temp gated near HT, so I decided to go check out some doors. I knew my door wasn't ready, but I decided to check it out. Unfortunately enough, there was one of the keys we had was right at home teleport. Now this was weird. I don't know why nobody told me that there was a smithing door off of home that they didn't have the level for. That would have been nice to know, that there was a two-way off home teleport that we hadn't done yet. But yeah, this is one of the doors that we can do, which is too bad because it's two-way. I don't know what's wrong with my throat, but yeah. So in this one, I'm going to commentate the entire video. The last one, I just added some music at the end because I didn't really have too much to say. Hopefully the pixelation problems are better, and I'm having some issues getting into my channel. For whatever reason, when you click on the channel, it won't go, but the videos are published. I'm not really sure what that's all about. I'm sure it's just waiting to get published or some weird YouTube thing that they're going to do. But yeah, that'd be nice when that works out. Grand total of 10 views now over the 3 videos, and probably 6 of them are just me. But as I said at the start, this isn't really for other people. If it turns into it, great, but I doubt it will. It's more of a just for myself, so I can see where I started and where I'm going to end up being by, like, I'd say the end of the summer. Hopefully somewhere close to 120. So as you see there's a broken hook on the ground because someone didn't have the level rec for it, but there was never a mention of it in the public chat. It would have been good to know that there was a whatever level smithing door beside it. And this is what we save a lot of time, because you can see here we're all idle. No one's really doing too much. We're just trying to figure out this door because I didn't have the range level, I believe. So I had to pass off the rope to someone else to do. Yeah, so it'd be nice if we were all maxed doing it, but we're not. I'm getting closer though. I'm probably going to do some more Slayer tonight and try to get closer to 99 defense, but it's still a while off. Good 3 mil XP. Something that's really motivated me though to get towards max is I joined a clan. I don't know if all of you guys are in clans or not, but I never really saw a purpose for it until I joined one and found a lot of motivation from the clan XP high scores. I know a lot of people don't play this game for that reason, but I don't know, it's just something that it's fun for me. I enjoy it. So this was a nice one. I lucked out because I was out of GD and then I teleported out and I found a GD, so I knew I could at least keep my team busy for a little while. And as a keyer, that's what you should always be thinking. It's what's my team doing and what can I do to make sure they're not just sitting around. Like as you can see, he's wasting some ticks there, he's not attacking them. And if you add up all the ticks, I'm sure you'd be a lot closer to what the actual fastest times are for these floors. But there obviously wasn't a goal. The whole goal was just to get under 15 minutes. Preferably 13%, but this floor wasn't going to be 13. So hopefully I can end up doing a couple more dungeons. They won't be daily for sure, but I do want to do a couple more. Right here I realize, hey look, I have no prayer and no health, so it's time to die. And note that I haven't picked up a single piece of food for the entire floor, and I still have 0 deaths. And we're probably, I don't know, 4/5 of the way through, 80% on the floor, and haven't died, haven't picked up a piece of food, and the intention was to suicide the floor. But we also lucked out, there was no mercs or ramos or anything retarded like that. So I know they're working on, this is a good one, I know they were working on the GD, so I figured I had some time to do some investigating. And I totally lose my bearings, like, I'm in the dead end, there's no need to be here. I don't know why I was just totally lost. I ended up back in the green tent door, take a minute, look at the map, try to figure it out. And I'm like, oh, I gotta go east. Or west, I mean. So this video is being uploaded at 1.2 times, I believe. It's a pretty comfortable speed. It's not going too quick again. I lose my bearings and go too far. Luckily for me, they found it, though they knew what they were doing. I come up here, realize we have no keys, and there are 2 key doors and 3 agility doors, so there's nothing we can do at this point other than kill the boss. And we all know this boss is not very difficult to do. You just kill everything and be done. So yeah, this is going to be the end of the video. I'm not going to upload any music in this one because I'm going to try to commentate for the full, uh, whatever this ends up being in time, just to see what it's like, and it wasn't too awful. I realize it's a lot harder to commentate these than I thought it was going to be, because the dungeons aren't really that interesting. I might have to speed them up even more to like a 1.3 or 1.4%, because watching them back is going to be pretty brutal. Hopefully I can find a way to make this more interesting for you all, like maybe introduce some kind of challenge into the floor, like only use mage for a floor, only range for a floor, like only use stuff you find in the dungeon. Or I also do a lot of suicide and leech. Those are interesting too, so I'll try to upload some of those. But right now, it seems that all my leeches are running out of money, so I guess I'm definitely not overcharging them, but they definitely just need to learn how to dunk by themselves. It's pretty ridiculous how many people in this game are 85, 90 Dungeoneering and have never done a floor, never done a single large floor by themselves. It's not an issue, I guess if you have the money, why not, right? But it's just, I never thought the Dungeoneering would be a viable skill, and it ended up being a viable skill. And this is going to wrap up the floor, and we can see, this is here's where the guy, instead of just teleporting, he runs all the way up. And 13 minutes and 54 seconds for 45k. So you just seen 4 floors, about 180k XP per hour for Barons. Not bad. Thanks for watching.